not. Okay. Okay, Pio. Ask you a question.
Yes,
What is
Steffi.
the difference? What is the difference between Tottenham and a cup of tea?
What is the difference between Tottenham and a cup of tea? Tottenham doesn't have a cup. I don't know.
The tea stays in the cup longer. Must be a good one, man. Come on.
I don't,
I see that you actually enjoyed it.
no, I can't enjoy it yet because Tottenham is still in the Europass.
Okay, are they really?
Uh,
Yes,
Again,
they
okay
still
lah,
are
okay lah.
in
Okay
the
lah, maybe
semis.
it was but they still got no cup lah, you know. Maybe I should have said Harry Kane or something. I don't
But
know,
even
man.
he has won a cup now,
he has a cup now.
Not
Yeah,
yet,
Just
that's
what?
true.
finally he has a
Confirm
cup.
already?
I
Confirm.
think he just had a cup Bayern with Bayern.
Oh,
I
okay,
think it's
okay.
a German cup. I think.
Okay, so that's how we're starting today, pissing off the barbers, where
Apa?
we are the only places where I find Tottenham supporters whenever I go and cut my hair. Alright, so hello Kakis, welcome back to another episode of Fantasy Football and Kopi Kakis. It's game week 34 and we have a blank game week on our hands with teams like Arsenal, Aston Villa and Crystal Palace. Man City sitting this one out. It's going to be a tricky week for FPL managers. Now, with several key players unavailable, it's a golden opportunity to explore some differential picks and make some strategic moves. Let's look at the best options, potential traps, and ship strategies that can help you navigate this coming game week. Grab your copy, settle in, and let's break down what we have for you this week. I hope we're
Hey,
ready to
how
get
was your game
started.
week? How was your game week 33, man? It's a
Ayo.
disaster. It was a disaster for me. Bench
Man,
boost
did your,
disaster.
did your team look like this?
I
Ah,
wish, I wish my team looked like this. I wish I had Trossard in my team.
this was the
Ah,
best team of the week, though. The person captain Trossard had
yes.
Mbemo, Mateus Nunes,
Mm-hmm.
O'Reilly, Bernardo. I mean, who has such a team, right? This must have been a what they call, what is it called, a black swan team? What is it called? I don't know what kind of team is this. It's probably set, and then who set such a team?
No,
I
the thing
don't
about
even
it
know
is
many
that
people who have O'Reilly. This is a black magic team.
no, the thing
A black
about it is
magic
that
team.
I really wanted to put the City defenders in either Nunes or O'Reilly in. But the thing is they are listed as midfielders. They are playing in a defensive position.
Exactly,
That's the reason why.
exactly. So
If not, I would have wanted them in. Yeah.
nobody buys. You see, you buy a midfielder who's playing a striker. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Uh,
Correct.
y-
Correct.
y-
Correct.
nobody buys a
So,
midfielder who's playing as a defender.
correct. Correct. So and it turns out that they scored. So
Mm.
that's a funny thing. And he was playing in the left back positions while Guardiola was in the left centre back.
Mm.
So he was playing in Guardiola's position and he scored a goal. So he's a new Guardiola. So it's quite interesting to see if FPL is going to change his position next season
Yeah, for next
for
season. And
O'Reilly.
you see the defense, what Kiwior and Sichenko. I mean, these are not the defenders you buy.
Yeah.
Nobody in the internet world has asked
Uh,
you to buy Kiwior and Sichenko.
I'm just so
Nobody.
I'm just so angry with Ateta. It's just rubbish lah. We just chose the wrong players. We talked so much about Saka. Remember, I told you I advised you all like
Saka
keep
versus
Saka.
Kevin De Bruyne, and that was all
Uh,
over the internet world. That was all over. And
I
and
didn't
you
take
see
my
those
own
people,
advice.
everyone here that is in this team, I do not have.
Seriously, everyone.
Yeah,
Every
Watkins? You don't have
single one. I
Watkins?
don't have a single one.
Wow.
No,
Okay. At
no,
least I have
none.
Watkins.
And I have Burns in my bench boost, and Burns gave -2.
I, I
Burn,
I meant to put bench
burnt you,
boost
bro.
and I didn't, and I have Mbemo on my bench.
Oh, that was
Wow.
classic. That's
I have
classic Fonzie.
74
And you didn't
points
even have
with
bench boost,
Mbemo on my
right?
bench.
I'm not even
Yes.
I should
surprised
have
by that.
I should have
That's
bench boost
classic
your
Fonzie.
team, Fonzie.
Hey,
And
I,
and
I
you know
had
what the
70,
awards that
70 over points and still had him
the
on my
awards
bench.
the awards that the AI team
Yeah.
gives us, you know that I'm still they still gave me the data manager of the week, even with my poor scoring. I'm still called the data manager.
So the thing
And
is
I'm
big.
taking all their advice, and you look at this team. This team, none of the AI team actually has given these suggestions.
This is a gambler's team lah. Nobody puts
Mm,
this up lah. But that's what you got lah. I mean, speaking of Saka, you might even want to consider letting him go now because from
yeah,
now, I think they're gonna blank next week, and then after that,
yeah,
they would likely rest him in favor of the other fixtures, and then after
yeah.
that, Liverpool. So it's not
Maybe on that note,
clear
we
that you
can
want to
take a look
consider.
at the transfers in and out this week.
All right. So looking at the transfers in and out, you see, Saka out already.
Mm. So
But
top
actually, right,
transfers
have
out this week. Mateta, yeah, this super disappointing.
yeah.
I had him in my team. Mamush, I had him as my captain, almost as bad as Saka, right, Pio? Pio, are you
Mm.
looking down or are you asleep? Oh,
No.
you're looking down. Okay, I'm just wondering because we have had
Uh,
complaints that you went to sleep as though you were in parliament. I
Hey,
mean, since the
wow. Wow, that
okay.
one. Okay, that's below the belt. That's below the belt.
Yeah, yes, yes. And then Saka is out, so you got 172 transfers out, 72,000 transfers out. Jao Pedro don't talk.
mhm,
And then Munoz. You see, my Mateta, my Mamush, Saka, Munoz, all I have in my team.
mhm.
And and for me, I've gotten rid of all of them.
Okay. Looking at the best
Mm.
game week team
Hey,
if you're gonna
transfers
predict.
in supper. Who is
Hey,
the
later
transfer
you
in?
got to put the transfer in lah. Later you have to put
Oh,
everything
I just
together
wanted
and
to
see,
see
right?
who is the top transfer in. I myself didn't look at it.
There, both of them are here.
Who
The
is the
top
top transfer
transfers
in?
in is Kuna,
Ah,
Mbemo, and Aidnori.
okay. I also want to declare the top four there: Cunha, Mbeumo, Wood, and Nuri. I have transferred in.
Mm.
See, I am the data guy. See, and I did it even without looking at this.
I don't know whether to believe this data guy. I'm trying to
Let's just say
censor
that we
myself
have
here.
different
I
approaches to
believed
how
you
we play
last week.
this.
I believed you last week. Brought Saka in
Uh,
against my own belief.
Mm.
And then it burnt me. Lucky
I
I
like
didn't
I like
believe
what
your
you
burn.
said actually. Well, what
Huh?
do you say,
I
Taffy?
remember
You said
I
something
told you all
last
that
week.
Saka may not be the one, may not start because his eye is on the Real Madrid game already.
Mm.
No,
Sorry, not
no,
the Real Madrid.
Yeah, it's not worth to throw your
Yeah.
Saka, I think. That's what I feel.
No, no,
I'm not going to go
let me
by
see in
data
both
anymore. I'm
matches.
just going to go by my gut feel.
Correct. Yeah, same here. But then you
yeah,
went
but
by your data field and brought
your
in four
your
top
your
players.
gut feel, yeah, exactly. You said so yourself. You said I stopped listening to me.
Mm. Hey, that's a private chat, guys.
I
I
said
also said my
I
wife.
stopped listening
I
to
also
me.
said my wife stopped listening to me. That doesn't mean you have to tell everybody.
I didn't say that. You tell everybody that. I didn't say that.
Yeah, that's right. That was supposed to be private, Steffi.
Yeah. That was supposed to be perfect. Yeah, I said I did. I stopped listening to me. You're the one who said the rest. Okay, dig your way out of that one.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the best Game Week 34 free hit team. I mean, assuming that you have a free hit chip not used yet, you might want to use it. This would be
Mm,
the team that AI suggests would be the best. Okay,
yeah.
let's compare this to the wildcard team if you're gonna transfer in because the wildcard team
Actually,
considers for the next,
yeah.
the
So
upcoming game
there are
weeks after that.
many out there that are doing their free hit because they have kept their free hit for this particular week.
Mm,
As for myself, I've used my free hit in game week 29, but I have fortunately saved I think three free transfers. Um, so I'm using the free transfers to change my team to get as many playing players as possible.
mm. Okay,
Hmm.
so if we look at it side by side, this is how it's going to look. Okay, let's just
Oh,
maximize that for a while.
okay. So you
Okay,
see the
looking
free
at this
hit
team.
team.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Continue.
No, I was good. I see Barnes there. I see
Oh,
that's interesting. Jacob Murphy on the
yeah.
bench. So I mean, at the end of the day, if it were me, right? I mean, looking at this, I would say that I wouldn't get rid of my Man City players. I mean,
Mm,
if you were to keep Man City players, I think people like Vardiol and Mamouche players to not get rid of, because
Mm,
the rest of their fixtures I think are okay.
right.
So yeah, and they are likely to have a double, right? In I think 36 maybe.
The double is not confirmed
Not
at the
confirmed, yeah,
moment.
but
Yeah.
they might have. So
But the
I
thing,
would think twice before getting rid of Mamush and Guardiola. And
Mm,
then if anyone were to score point, it would be these two.
um,
yeah.
uh,
I would look at the common ones between these two teams. Trend seems to be back in favor. So whether you are free hitting or wild card, trend seems to be there. At Nuri as well, I saw Wolves played. They were really, really good. Six
Yeah.
games. Oh yeah, it's against Menu. 5 games, 6 games, straight wins. And they don't seem to be stopping. They seem to be enjoying their football.
Mm.
So they seem to be at it.
Yeah.
And then Salah Palmer seems to be back in favor again. So Trent and Palmer is there. For the free hit, Mbuemo is not there, but for the wild card, Mbuemo is there. I think because of its the run in.
Yeah.
Um, and Semenyo is there, either in a bench or in a first 11. Between so these are some common players. Isha is there.
Mm.
Isak is there. Sorry, and yeah, that's about it. So these are if you want to follow, you can follow the commonalities between the free hit and the wild card team. Of course, the free hit team, the AI feels that this is the team that will gives you the most points for the week.
Yeah, but whether you choose to believe it or not is another thing
Yeah,
lah. He said
that's
Ishak
another
probably
thing.
because you haven't done your final prayer of the day. I think Tafran will go and do it after this. In terms of speaking about prayers, Salah is there. I think simply for penalties, because these last few games at least everything
Oh,
is all penalties. Salah.
yeah. No penalties,
Penalty.
no goals,
Yeah.
no points. He seems to be very relaxed. Even against Leicester, he started the first 2 minutes, he hit both posts. But
Mhm.
then after that, nothing at all. I mean,
Yeah.
against Leicester, and you created nothing. That's a bit worry. Of course, the AI still feels that he will outscore Isak, but Isak is against a really terrible uh, Ipswich. Is it? Are they playing? Are they playing
Yeah.
Ipswich or
Ipswich.
Leicester? Ipswich,
Ipswich.
right?
Ipswich.
And Liverpool
And
is playing
Salah is playing
Tottenham.
a very terrible.
Tottenham team, right?
Yeah.
So Pio, maybe your opinion. Who do we captain
okay, I'll
for
tell
this
you
week?
what.
Mm,
Actually, what I think is that I'm going to go so far as to say I do not understand why people are having Salah and Diaz in the same team, because
mm,
Liverpool only needs a point. A point. They only need to avoid defeat at Tottenham to be crowned champions already, thanks to Arsenal's draw against Crystal Palace.
right.
So I don't feel that if you're going to wildcard, I don't feel that Salah is going to be in your team for long, because I think they will start to rotate, they will start to take it easy, and Salah will continue his recent form where
Mm.
it seemed to coincide with the fact that he signed a new contract.
New contract,
So,
right?
so
Yeah.
once a new contract comes in, all relax already. That's what some of the Liverpool fans that I spoke to are saying lah. Look at what the contract has done lah. So
Smiling a lot. Yeah, even
yeah,
when he's
smiling a lot,
missing.
very relaxed, very easy. They only need a point at home to Spurs, so I think they can easily get it.
Mm.
They just even the stats are such that even if they lose all their games from now until the end of the season, they are still going to win the championship
Yeah,
based
because
on
Arsenal is going to falter, right?
yeah,
With
no, no, no,
2-2 against
no.
Crystal
I'm not gonna
Palace.
say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm
I
not
said
gonna say
it.
they're gonna bottle, but it's also because if Arsenal were to win all their games as well, Liverpool will win on goal difference. That's how much of
Mm,
a superior goal difference Liverpool has anyway.
right, right.
So I'm not going to promote any Liverpool assets. On the other hand, I will stick to Man City assets because they are going to go for the final push for the European place. That's the only thing they got
Right.
fighting for. So they will be going. I'm also going to stay clear from Saka already because of the fact that they are in the semis for the Champions
Yeah,
Yeah.
League.
They
And
will
yeah,
save
Arteta,
him lah.
yeah,
Bench
and
him in the next game.
yeah, they will save. They're definitely preserving him. Same thing that Amorim is doing with United. So I would
yeah.
stay clear from Bruno Fernandes as well if I don't bring him in.
How about a player like Trossard? I mean, you see him playing quite attacking. is he's almost a striker for Arsenal.
Yeah,
And he's a midfielder.
yeah. So Trossard is a really good buy. I think he's not going to be starting in the Champions League though.
Mm.
Mm,
So Trossard has really been a revelation because of the fact that both Martinelli and Saka would be your starting wingers for the Champions
mm,
League.
Yeah, without those balls and then without that kind of build up and support from the other teams, you think it's gonna perform well? When you have so many others to consider, if you look at Semenyo, you have Mbuemo, you have even Sar and Eze
Please
can
don't
still
get me started on Crystal
provide
Palace.
value.
Please,
Uh,
mm.
please. I'm gonna get rid of Sa. I'm just gonna just. I
they
don't
still
know
provide
why.
good value.
I think Crystal Palace is on the beach already lah. They
Yeah,
are
they are
safe.
the
They got
safe.
nothing to play for.
Yes,
That's
correct,
what I
correct,
think.
correct. I think we should go for the teams that are
Yeah,
pushing for European places like
yes,
Villa, City, Newcastle.
right.
These are the teams that we should be going for, and Nottingham Forest as well, to consolidate
Mm.
Mm.
their second or third place,
And
depending.
relegation is basically settled already.
Yeah, relegation is settled as well. But although relegation, in the latest news that Vardy just mentioned that he's going to be leaving Leicester after
Ooh.
13 years.
Yeah,
Mm.
Don't know whether he's going to have like a final swan song kind of a thing.
yeah.
So I would stay clear of teams playing against Leicester because I feel that maybe they will be, now that the pressure is off, that it's pretty much guaranteed that they're relegated. They may suddenly start to pop up with the goals, especially
Mm,
against Wolves. And Wolves was made to look good by a juvenile United team, to be
yeah.
fair, and it's
Anyway,
toothless.
Pio, I
Mm.
know the election is nearby, but doesn't mean you can evade my question by answering everything else except my question.
What's the question? Or who am I going to
Exactly.
captain? Who am I going to captain?
Exactly. Yes. Thank you. You're really in Parliament, man, Pio, today. You're in Parliament mode.
I'll be watching the rally. Yeah.
I won't
Okay,
ask for
Answer
what
okay.
my own
reason.
question.
Okay.
Just
I
to
won't ask for what reason.
just to make a more informed decision to exercise my
Right, right,
responsibility
right, right. I know
as
you're
a
looking for
Singaporean citizen.
somebody in particular in
No,
that
no, no. It's
rally.
just all
Yeah,
about making informed decisions. Just like how I
definitely.
am trying to make an informed decision about who I'm going to captain.
Okay.
Mm.
Um, my choice would be, I'll go with Umbemo, I think.
Bemo.
Mm,
Against
Nice.
Nottingham Forest.
I think so.
Okay.
Nice.
That would, that would be interesting.
Because the guy is on penalties, the guy will basically start every match.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
Nice.
is Salah.
If I want to
nah,
go for differential, right? I am
mm,
very tempted with Barnes or Jacob Murphy.
Yes.
And they're
okay.
playing against
Barnes.
Ipswich. Very,
Mm.
very tempted. If you're going for something different instead of Isak, if you're daring, Barnes or Jacob Murphy,
But
um,
do you think
that
they
would
will
be
outscore points for Isa?
If
differential lah. I mean,
if I were
differential lah.
if I were not a United fan,
Mm.
I would be bringing Clivert into my team and I'll be captaining him.
Live Why? Oh,
Bournemouth
being
against
United.
United, and I have a strong
Nah,
feeling they're
United.
going to do the. United has been in this season where they've been breaking records after records in terms of teams doing the
Mm.
double over them. I think
Right.
Bournemouth will be the latest team to do a double against United. They won the
Okay.
reverse fixture at Bournemouth 3-0. And this time,
Right.
Amorim is already clearly, I mean, I don't know. I think someone needs to teach Amorim some PR skills because you don't go around telling the whole world that you are going to only field youngsters. Before you can do it in the match, but you don't say it that this is your strategy to the whole
Right.
world.
Every time you speak about Emery, you rub your right eye.
Yeah, that's why.
Pure.
It's like a pal, you know. Yeah.
It's the negative reaction in me that
It's a negative reaction. Okay.
it's a hard
So,
pain.
Fauzan, going back to captain and vice captain, who will you captain or vice captain? Because I'm very tempted not to just follow data and captaining Salah because I really don't see any in his past few games to warrant his captaincy on his shoulders despite the overwhelming data saying that you should captain him.
Mm. I would likely go for Ishak because they're playing against Ipswich.
Mm.
But if I were to choose an alternative, would just simply because the guy is still hungry. He's still very hungry for goals, and I think that there is a good chance that they might pull an upset here and really play their all. You know, if they really want to show what end the season off with a bang, right?
Mm.
What better way than to actually pull one over Brentford?
Who are you talking about?
Wood.
Chris Wood,
Oh,
eh?
Chris Wood.
Chris
Okay.
Wood.
Mm,
Chris Wood is playing against
Brentford.
Brentford.
mm,
Right. Okay. Yeah. Brentford, Nottingham Forest.
mm,
Yep. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. I would probably go for Isak, being the
mm.
cautious one. I would probably stay away from Mo Salah, judging by his past few performances.
Wise. I
If
think
I'm
that's a wise
daring enough,
decision.
I will go with Jacob Murphy.
Mm.
I don't think you're daring enough. We shall see.
Yes, see, my
We
fellow
shall see.
coaches know me better. Let's see then. I've got nothing to lose,
uh,
so maybe lah, maybe
yeah.
I'll do a PO.
In general, people tend to choose, the teams that are likely to win.
Actually, can I just say that we need to be talking about Fulham's assets? Um,
Yes.
I think one guy that's really going under the radar is Alex Iwobi this season.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want a truly differential, Alex
Yeah.
Iwobi has been scoring and all that.
You got
So and
Iwobi, you got
Ryan
Trossard.
Sessegnon is an out of position defender. He's playing as a
Yes,
midfielder, but he's listed as a defender.
there's
Sessegnon,
a
he's
defender, right?
in
Yeah.
your free
So
hit
that,
team. Yeah. So that's something. Say, and they're against
mm,
Southampton. So
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
they're
but the
gonna have
yeah.
next
to
game
deal
will
with
be
it.
against Villa, so
That's
Mm.
why he's in a free hit team and not in a wildcard
Yes.
team. Lah. Yeah, it's
Yes.
just for
yeah.
this week. Just for
Yep.
this week.
Yep.
Okay, we shall
Okay.
see.
Yep.
Okay, so I think that wraps up our discussion for this week. We wish you all the best for the upcoming game week. There's a lot of things to choose, you know. For those of us
Mm.
here, we're choosing other things as well. So please make informed decisions about everything that you do.
Mm.
Feel free to use data if you want. Feel free to use feeling. By the end of the day, trust your gut feeling. Who
Yeah.
you choose will be the best for you, no matter how it turns out. but but we get the points that we deserve. Okay, okay, I've got to stop
Yeah.
there because I've got to jump into too many puns already. For those of you who know what I'm talking about. Okay, that's it. Taffy, you want to say your favorite words before we sign off?
All right, guys. So please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us. It motivates us, and it really uh, leave some comments so that we can answer you and know where to head in the next one. Do let us know if what we are doing is helpful and what we can do more. So please click like, share, and subscribe, and we hope to see you all in the next video.
Take care. Adios.